This is part 3 of What If Asta Was Half a Devil. Let's dive into it. Well, to answer your question, Asta, I'm a devil host. Asta raised an eyebrow. I'm unfamiliar with the term. Asta said, you said then, well, can we head inside? I don't want others to know. Asta said to them, fine, but hand me your grimoire. I don't trust you yet. Lucius, shocked but then admits said, that's fair. But where's yours? Haven't been bothered to get one yet. Was planning to break in and get one next week or something. Why not wait for official in March? Also, it can't be bothered too many people and nobles. But now, instead of staying inside now, sitting like in the kitchen, I have some explaining to do. As Asta holds the grimoire. And also, some other explaining as for why a spade mage. He's in the Clore Kingdom. Not that I really care. Well, you see, I came here to talk to you and help you unlock your devil magic. Your father, Astaroth, asked me that I do this. I asked him, where is he? Why not come here himself? I said, he's here. As I said, devil hosts makes contract with the devil in order to be able to use their magic, the soul, or the part of their soul is in their body, is hosted inside the human body. And Astaroth's full soul inside of me. Asta said, can he speak to me? Or can he manifest himself somewhat? Do you want me to? If I yes, Asta says. Then Asta throws him his grimoire. There you go. So what that thought said. You could have already killed me if you wanted to. I'm not dumb. Wanted you to see how much you would trust me, but gone. Summon him. As then a partial manifestation of Astaroth appears. As Asta stands up and Astaroth does the same. Asta walks close to him. Astaroth sits on. Asta then punches him with the right hook right upon the shin. Then elbows him right to the ground. Well, on the floor, without cracking the stone floor, of course. Asta said, what? Asta holds the hand. That was for not coming sooner. Then Asta hugs him, and that was because I really want to meet you for a long time. You got some explaining to do. As Astaroth explains how we met Lechira while exploring, as he discovered a unique way to leave the underworld world with contract on it. Asta thinks about it, huh. Right then. But then Asta looks at Lucius and said, but now, why do you look so much like the Wizard King? Well, you see, When I was born, I had two souls. I was born with two unique way. I was born with two souls in my body. And, well, one of them is me, Lucius Gratis, and the other was Julius, an artificial soul, I guess you can say. Also, then motions for him to continue explaining, as he does. Asta understands him. Huh. So, you have this plan blah blah to make him a stronger devil. So I can understand the author's standpoint on why I hate devils and all that, and your motives to be the human savior, but haven't you realized much resistance? What do you mean? It says, what about it instead of doing that and rewriting the free will? Because there's always gonna be compression, like all that. As Cells tells him, there's always gonna be those that look down upon others. Because of different, it's maybe if someone was born miraculous, yes, they would look down upon. The nobles would look down and laugh at that person. But if someone with a less, well, acceptable medical attribute to be born, even in your perfect world, they will still be looked down upon. You can't. It's human nature, sadly. It's a nice idea, but the way you go about it, no. Does Julius know about you? Asked us suddenly. No, he doesn't. I said, then keep it that way. Try to find a way to separate from him, or have some connection, so you can direct him into a direction of becoming a better whiskey and change the world for the better to minimize it, because there's always gonna be it in some humans. So what about my younger siblings then? If so, as Lucius found this idea actually intriguing, he couldn't help that he felt somewhat responsible and helpful towards Asta. Asta says, well, I'll leave it to it when it comes, and that's a bit far away still. Now I know what you know about the future, but don't tell it to me. I want to be a surprise and enjoy my life. And also, Father, you said you could help unlock my devil magic. Thematic was it? Do it on the Grimoire ceremony. If possible, remotely of course. So why, son? Because imagine their shock. Because I know they're gonna be, I'm gonna go to that Grimoire too, since it's closest and less nobles and royals. But imagine the shock when they realize what a gem they threw away. From that place. Arthur smiles at him. Yes, that's a good idea. This is then where, I says, for now, probably go back as Julius. Just somehow make him be able to hear the rumor about me being a time mage. Asa talks to him a little bit more. And the reason for Asta actually interagreeing with them, of course, and trying to change the plans is because, well, he was raised by his mother for some years, and he's known still for a lot of years as well. So yeah, and also he's part devil, so he finds some common ground with Ostrov. Besides, Asta already dislike most devils because of the reason that they are most likely the reason why his father couldn't really be with him for an entire time and save the Shira. So yeah. As Asta and they talked a little bit longer, but then Asta said, "So, son, I've sensed another presence side of you. Can you?" I says, "Fine, fine. Sylph, you can come out now." As Sylph pops out. "Hi." She smiled, like waves through him as she viewed, like, sons that Asta's comfortable with them. Asta says, looks turned out his eyes. "Yeah, you're worthy." As Lucius looks intrigued, says, "Can't help but share some of the excitement discovering new types of magic with Julius. After all, we influence each other somewhat." I haven't really actually met on Spirit before, so it's something new, I guess. Also says, Name's Ostrov. Ostrov extends his hand. Sylphius catches it with his giant head, well, compared to her, extends her little, and they shake hands. Then the Sylph said, whispered Asta, "So that's your dad?" Asta says, Then Sylph looks shyly up at Ostrov. Says, Mr. Ostrov? Oh, Ostrov scoffs a little bit, like chuckles a little bit, said, "Yes." "You don't have to be so formal with me, Spirit. I have some respect for your spirits as well. It's just that, Luquita was like a mother to me, and, like a second mother, and I wonder if, you could be like a father to me?" She tells quickly. If I could call you that, I understand if you don't want it." Then Ostrov interrupts and says, why not? You're like a sis. We're like a daughter to Luquita. Asta view you as my son view you as a sister, so yeah, why not? Lucius chuckles a bit. "So where am I in this family picture?" Then Asta and Ostrov looks at him, and then Sylph does the same, and they somehow speak three, like, all together. "You're the creepy uncle." Actually, no. "You're that uncle that's really awkward to talk to sometimes." And there's a creepy smile thing. And they sit all together. You just were like, the small depressed cloud, but waves in away a little bit because some more use personality influence. Austin said, "So anyway, wouldn't you be noticed if you left for too long?" Lucius. Yeah, that's right. Ostrov said, "It was good." Ostrov then says, "It was good to see you, son. I will correct the plans." Ostrov says, "Thanks." Ostrov walks up to Ostrov and hugs him. "Dad." Sylph said, "Hey, no hugging without me." Actually, flies in and hugs them both as well. It's in heaven. Well, Lucia smiles down at them. "I'm glad they're happy at least." Actually, then continuing the sister, she meets an angel. Said, "Did you enjoy your watch time of your?" Said, "Of course." "It's surprising considering how you got here." Lucia, considering the union between a human and devil. Then again, it was between Ostrov and he always wasn't like too much devilish. Thanks, Gabrielle. You know, your sign's kinda cute, Gabrielle mutters. Luchida says, huh? Nervous eyes. What did you say about my son? Gabrielle's sweat drops a little bit, said, I was saying he was kinda cute and all, but no, it won't really work out. Perhaps in another lifetime. She chuckles nervously. Luchida says, that's what I thought. And wouldn't it kinda break even more rules, be more taboo than a human and devil child? I mean, imagine a half devil and angel have getting together. Gabrielle says, yeah, that's the bad part about it. They see out sometimes. Then again, I do enjoy being an angel. Well, thanks for the little talk anyway, Luchida. You can come by to my house to view your son's life some other time again. Of course. Now back at Earth, well, Lucius and Ostrov left. Well, Ostrov going back beside Lucius, and blah blah. They travel back and become Julius. And travel back to Swiss King. And Noah revealed a lot of things that probably will happen, but the events that goes in canon up until like those events actually happen will be different. So I'm trying to extend the series to the Dark Triad, but like Dark Triad arc and all that, but it most likely, well, hopefully will be reached that far. So yeah. As Asta then continues on walking and trading, being happier now. As the country's trading now. He feels it, said, hey, then he built something, hey Sylph. Hey little sis. So it says, yeah. As she flies close to Asta, Asta had managed to get her to train as well, and she discovered that she could actually increase her mana as well. Instead of just keep gathering it when needed, so she kept training as well. You said you could unlocked my ancestral magic of wind, but what was my true magic that I actually would have? You haven't actually unlocked it yet. Sel said, well, how about that? It will unlock when you get to Grimoire. I couldn't really unlock that since it's not my elemental type or anything. Oh, smells okay. Let's go. Let's rest for some time, right? Smell. The Sylph smiles. Yeah. As the time goes on, it becomes a fall, and the autumn. From autumn comes winter. From winter soon comes spring. And as they reach May, it's the time for the Grimoire ceremony. As Sylph then merges with us body to stay hidden, Asa travels to the Grimoire Tower now. As he looks different now, standing at an impressive height of 107 centimeters. And if you want to know that, Americans, you're gonna have to Google it, because there's only a few specific heights and like lengths that I know in inches from centimeters and vice versa. So yeah. Anyway, as well, also looks into Grimoire Tower and waits for his Grimoire. Well, waits for the ceremony to start. He sees the church people come in. Well, Juno and the others. He's Juno standing at 170, says, impressive. He sees that he's stoic now. Asta like, So yeah. So Asta then waits, and then the Gromar guy speaks blah blah, and let the ceremony begin. Let's see the youth get their grimoires. As the grimoires began coming down, and Asta stands in the crowd. And of course, in canon, I will still give Juno the 4-leaf grimoire. Because too much in canon will cause trouble for me later on, so yeah. So yeah, the other way, as Star gets the grimoire, Asta could feel something convulse inside of his heart. It starts beating and pulsing magic, or some new type of magic. Asta could feel it's happening. Then it could feel radiate another magic as well. Start radiating as his mana began. Well, he could feel the mana being restless inside of his body. And suddenly, a light began to form in the Gromar Tower, descending down towards Asta. So not just one, but 2 grimoires. As I began sending, I saw the difference between them. One was a 4-leaf clover, and one was a 5-leaf. This one was light blue with golden decor on it, while that with the 5-leaf while the other had 4-leaf was deep blue. With a black 4-leaf clover. As they descended towards Asta, Asta picked him up. As they lighted him down just so the others could see. He got 2 grimoires? The crowd was shocked now. As Asta opened the 4-leaf grimoire. Wait, 4-leaf and what's the color count on the others? I don't know. I can't see it. But still, to get 2 grimoires, it's unheard of. As Asta opens his grimoire, the 4-leaf grimoire. Asta holds out his hand, and suddenly the church people look at Asta now, like he's familiar. Wait, that's Asta. They realize, you realize this as well. As he realized what a dickhead it was and wants to apologize later on. As also holds out his right hand as the 4-leaf grimoire floats. Suddenly they could feel like a purple mana begin manifesting in Asa's hand and take the shape of a chronostasis. That is some knobs we see in the whisking use magic. You could see Asa's magic now. So time. The thigh magic? The Grom guy thinks impressive. To think someone could actually achieve that. To have 2 grimoires. What a unique color and time magic. As though, well then again I've only seen one other user, but purple time magic it seems odd. But then again, magic is one thing. But the other grimoire, it feels Ancient. Eh, brothers, congratulations everyone on getting your grimoires. Also, yeah. And hope some will go to Magic Knights. Then Juno declares I will become the Wizard King. He looks challengingly towards Asta. Is then, like, you gonna accept the challenge or not? As the Gremlin guy, everyone looks towards Asta now. Asta's can't be bothered. Being and becoming Wizard King. Asta being walked close to the door. Asta also look at him. Asta says too much paperwork. And too much responsibility for others. As close to the door. Well, Asta walks out now. The others begin shuffling as well. So yeah. Soon rumors began to spread around the country. Well, in between some nobles, they were shy, but then they didn't dare really approach Asta, because he had time magic and he got the second grimoire, so who knows what he could do. But they approached Juno, and in this Juno would be able to fend them off, and Chain Mage would actually retreat from there, seeing as there was a time mage close by. He in fact actually tries to steal another one's grimoire and gets caught red-handed by some Magic Knights that was watching over that grimoire tower ceremony that was held some hours later, as it was closer to the capital. So Revchi's, well, I think it's called Revchi. Anyway, he's still arrested, as in canon. Also been training even heavier now with grimoires, and then realizes something. Wait, the first grimoire got the 5-leaf, and so he touches it. He wills it to open. He checks spells. He's able to touch the language. I says, huh. Sylph? Said, yeah. She appears. Said, what's the language? Do you recognize this language? Said, yeah, it's... I think that's what the elf used. Yeah, actually, it is actually the language the elf used to write. Wait, I recognize this grimoire, Sylph said. I remember playing around with the elf some centuries ago. This is there for Leader Lich's grimoire. So, alright then. He checks out the spell as I can read it. Alright, let's try this out. So yeah, Demon Slayer sword. As a sword now comes out. Also, the rusted sword comes out, but also touches it. It instantly begins cleaning up to a nice, clean silverish colored blade with the hilt being of gold. Also touches it again. Says, huh. It resonates with my magic. Yet. Sylph? Yeah? Can you send some magic against this, wind magic against this sword? I want to try something out. Okay. As Asta cuts, then when a wind bolt, Sylph creates a wind bolt that sends against the sword, Asta cuts right through it. Huh. So then she sends Asta again, as this time must use the flat side and it literally just bounces off Asta and swings the wind bolt and it sends up in the air. Huh, neat, Asta says. That's an amazing ability of this sword. So I have sword magic that could somehow cut and reflect magic, wind magic, and time magic. Sword and time magic is my natural, and wind is awakened. Bloodline magic. You have pointed ears as well, most like from Devil. But how can I get them? Someone's former grimoire. I'm just thinking too much about it. Must be a coincidence, right? Asta says to himself out loud. Sophie's like, yeah, I'm not sure of that, but I'm not gonna complain either. Because why should I? Right? So yeah. Asta, well, then continues on to train with his magic. His sword and wind magic he trains with continuously, and time magic does as well, with a little few spells. And chronostasis and chrono beam. But he uses it mainly as enhancement magic together with his wind. He can move faster and swifter, and actually be soundless and make like barely even a trace of him, like a gust of wind, but he can probably work it down to later. So yeah. As the entering some of the Magic Knights grow closer and closer. But that's gonna be for the next part, actually. And I managed to do 3 parts of this what if already without going to the entry exam. That's actually pretty good. So yeah, next what if that I will upload will be part 3 on what if Asta was the son of Scarlet Witch. Well, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you enjoy, and because you'll be notified when I upload even more what ifs. And that's all from me now. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.